This is a case study presentation for Lake Forest Mall by Justin Ross for Foundation of Real Estate Markets, Georgetown University, Masters of Real Estate program. Table of contents. We'll begin with the executive summary, followed by some brief history, go over the property location and site conditions, office market analysis, residential market analysis, the retail market analysis, the impact of mixed uses, and conclusions. Executive summary. The purpose of the study was to determine the highest and best use for the redevelopment of Lake Forest Mall by analyzing the current and future office, residential, and retail demand in the market. With the expansion of Gaithersburg defined and complete, the redevelopment of Lake Forest Mall represents a unique opportunity to create a mixed-use development that will be a go-to destination for the community to live, work, and play in the heart of Gaithersburg. Brief history. Lake Forest Mall was developed by the Tubman Company and opened for business on September 12, 1978. It was notable for having an ice skating rink on the lower level and was originally anchored by JCPenney, Sears, Woodward and Lothrop, and Hex. Eventually, the ice skating rink was overtaken by a movie theater. There's been several turnover in the ownership of Lake Forest Mall, but it was bought in auction in 2018 by U.S. Bank for $19.1 million in a foreclosure auction, who then resold it in 2019 to WRS Real Estate Investments out of South Carolina. They're the ones who have the plans to redevelop the mall. The picture to the bottom left is a picture from September 12, 1978 at the opening. And the picture to the right is the entrance to the mall where you see the Tubman Co. and Lake Forest Mall. The Tubman Company was started by Alfred Tubman and was credited as being the inventor of the indoor mall. Property location and site conditions. The address of the mall is 701 Russell Avenue, Gaithersburg, Maryland. The site is located approximately 22 miles northwest of the capital in Washington, D.C., and is known as a suburb of Washington, D.C. The parcel itself is 102.2 acres and currently zoned general commercial, which allows for a variety of uses including hotel, retail, office, and residential. As you can see from the picture below, Lake Forest Mall is on flat ground, which is optimal conditions for development. Close proximity to Interstate 270, less than a mile away, and Route 355 Rockville Pike, which runs from DC through the heart of Rockville. Interstate 270 is a 34.7-mile interstate highway built in the 1950s that travels between I-495 and I-70 via the spur that provides access to and from southbound. The nearest airports are Ronald Reagan Airport, 30 miles away, about 46-minute drive. Washington Dulles Airport, 35 miles away, 66-minute drive. And Baltimore Washington Airport, 41 miles and a 55-minute drive. Public transportation. The Lake Forest Transit Center is located along the south side of Lost Knife Road at Odenhall Avenue, adjacent to the property with a 300-space park and ride lot. The center provides bus access to the metro. There is no metro access on the property. The nearest metro is Shady Grove Metro Station, approximately 4 miles away. The commuter rail, Gaithersburg commuter rail through the Brunswick line is 1.7 miles away and a 5-minute drive. And the Metropolitan Grove commuter rail in the Brunswick line is 2.1 miles away and a 7-minute drive. Ease of access to the site is a major advantage, with primary access coming from the west of the property on Montgomery Village Avenue, which feeds to the interstate. Unfortunately, visibility on Montgomery Village Avenue is poor due to wetlands along the side of the property and descending slope on Montgomery Village Avenue, where it connects to Odenhall Avenue to the east. Lost Knife Road is a 4-lane road to the north with access to the parcel, and Russell Avenue provides access to the south of the property. Here's a brief overview of the demographics of the primary and secondary trade area. We're starting with a 1, 3, and 5 mile radius. This was developed through Argus technology. As you can see, the population in a 1 mile radius is just under 25,000. In a 3 mile radius, it jumps all the way up to 129,423. and in a 5-mile radius, it jumps up to 148,072. As you can see, with the bump in population is a bump in the median disposable income. It goes from 47,529 to 65,704 to 82,213, 5 miles away. The Interstate 270 connector is a bit of a barometer of demographics. To the west of the I-270 connector is a much wealthier income base than to the right. Office market analysis. Lake Forest Mall is located 1 mile off Interstate 270 in what is commonly referred to as a technology corridor for its prominence as one of the top tech and biotech clusters in the United States. According to the Gaithersburg Chamber of Commerce, the corridor is ranked the top life science corridors in the United States based on NIH funding, VC funding, patents, dedicated lab space, and jobs in the industry. As you can see in the image to the left, the bottom left of the screen, Maryland, Virginia, D.C. metro area ranks 5th behind Boston, Cambridge, San Francisco, New York, and San Diego, with $420 million in NIH funding, $146 million in VC funding, and most importantly for us, just under 40,000 jobs, the total score of 28. And to the right is a picture of the I-270 with Clarksburg, Germantown, Gaithersburg, and Rockville, Darnestown to the west, Clarksburg to the east, and you see I-270 running right through the property and connecting to 495. All right. In addition to the almost 40,000 people employed in the tech and biotech industries within the corridor, the submarket is home to the federal government agencies National Institute of Health, National Institute of Standards and Technologies, and the U.S. Department of Energy, as well as higher education institutions Johns Hopkins University, Shady Grove, and Montgomery College. Below, in front of you is the Q3 office market report provided by Cushman & Wakefield, which provides a snapshot of the current inventory, absorption, and rental rates of the submarket and neighboring submarkets. It is important to note that while asking rents among all classes is $27.73 per square foot, which is a 0.4% decrease year over year, rents for Class A buildings rose 1.06% over the previous year. The fourth quarter of 2018 saw 1,529,206 square feet of deliveries in Class A or B office space. While the year-to-date net absorption rate for 2018 was negative at negative 500,086 and 579 square feet, it is worth noting that Q4 net absorption for Class A product was positive 283,597 square feet leased up. And as you can see, compared to all the other properties, all the other markets in Montgomery County. To the bottom left is the overall net absorption rate to the overall asking rent. As you can see, rents appear to be on the rise, and absorption rate is on the decline. Conversion of obsolete buildings and new high-quality development is what is doing well in the submarket, further evident by the fact that there are 0 Class C office development projects in the pipeline. There are 2,525,787 square feet currently under construction, with the bulk centered in Bethesda and Chevy Chase, which are both right outside of the district. Arguably the most important construction development in the immediate area is the construction of an interchange for Watkins Mill Road. This was approved recently by Governor Larry Hogan, and the $98 million project hopes the 4-lane overpass and diamond-shaped interchange will enhance economic opportunities and reduce congestion, according to Governor Hogan. The new exit ramp from the southbound lanes off of 270 will also have a direct impact on the Lake Forest Mall redevelopment and make it much more accessible. Gaithersburg's primary strategy to approach economic development center around leveraging the city's recognition and strength as a center of biotechnology. Currently, more than 10,000 workers in the private sector and 49,000 in the federal government agencies work in the technology corridor off of I-270. According to Montgomery County Economic Development, 30,000 more jobs are expected to be created between now and 2040. Fortunately for the future of the submarket, current industries operating in the technology corridor only expect to grow and need more office and lab space in the future. Biotech, life sciences, healthcare, information technology, and the government are the largest employers in the submarket. There is an abundance of Class C office buildings currently in the submarket, many of which are in desolate and outdated office parks. Gaithersburg is expected to see population rise 33% by 2045, greater than that of Montgomery County, which is expected to increase by 21%, and employment expected to grow at 42% compared to 31% for Montgomery County as a whole. Its population is young, educated, and diverse. Creating new office space in Lake Forest Mall is far more attractive than poor resources in an outdated office park building. And as we said earlier, Gaithersburg is not expanding anymore. Additionally, the submarket already is a home to a major industry, biotech and life science. As part of an overall mixed-use development, modern office space as part of a live-work-play development would be unlike anything currently on the market and be attractive to both office tenants and employees. The office product recommended for the site would be under 70,000 square feet and have a proximity to other tech users in the corridor, possibly with some lab space. Flexible workspace and a possible lab component will be an attractive option and fit overall goal of avoiding typical office space while functioning within the current industry in the area. Residential market analysis. Below is a CoStar report of 17 multifamily competing units, all under 5 miles from the property. Total number of units for studios, 156, 1 bedrooms, 2,356, 2 bedrooms, 2,850, and 3 bedrooms, 504 units. As we showed earlier, the average size of a household is 2.82. So 3 bedrooms, those people will most likely be looking for a house. The average asking rent per unit for studio is $1,356. For 1 bedroom, it's $1,305. For 2 bedroom, it's $1,562. And 3 bedroom, $1,808. As you can see, the year-over-year effective rent growth is 3.1% for studios, 5.5% for 1 bedroom, 4.3% for a 2 bedroom, and 6.7% for a 3 bedroom. In comparing all these properties, it's important to compare with the east side and the west side of I-270 interstate, which are shown as a less affluent portion of the submarket. Residential market analysis. The chart below shows housing trends for 1, 3, and 5 miles away from the site. It's important to note that when the first column, which shows 1 mile radius, the renter-occupied units more than double the owner-occupied units. As is the case with the office market, the redeveloping the site into a mixed-use property over a product not available in the market would be attractive to the renters in the area. According to Reese Inc. apartment report conducted for the Civic site, vacancy rates are approximately 4.3%, with net absorption of 205 units per year. We recommend a 200-unit apartment building for the site. Retail market analysis. Here's a quick look, aerial view of the site with daily traffic counts. Montgomery Village Avenue obviously is the highest with 42,615 cars per day, followed by North Frederick Avenue with 36,455 cars per day. Obviously, these are ideal demographics, and you can see to the bottom left of your screen where I-270 is and how close the proximity is to the site. The primary trade area for Lake Forest Mall is sandwiched in the submarkets of Rockville and Germantown, and divided by I-270. The location is unique because of its proximity and easy access from both 355 and I-270, which will be made that much more accessible by the future Watkins Mill interchange. And the secondary trade market, the STA, will comprise of work commuters traveling both north and south for work. The median age in the area is 35